morning, everyone. Welcome to MaryAnne's Mystic Mentions. I'm MaryAnne. Thank you for being here. I love and appreciate being able to be here with you. Welcome to your Sun Sign Love Connection readings for today and messages. And let me get my astrology wheel. Today we're on the featured sign of Sagittarius. So, Sagittarians, I want to pull right in front of you or toss right in front of you the dice and the spiritual guidance that's necessary for you to hear today, specifically March 11th, 2021. That is a master number. I love 11s. They don't break down like numerology would, as opposed to, 1 + 1 = 2. It's a very powerful number. It's a manifestational number. It's just, it has great divine kind of guidance. And it's about, I think it's about certainly allowing, because that's a huge part of the energies that are happening right now in Pisces season. But what I'll do is I'll pick, Spirit and I will pick your highlighted connection for you, and then I'm going to read 3 major categories in regards to just this particular connection of Sagittarius and is that Capricorn? I want to say Aquarius. I'm going to go with Aquarius. I think it makes sense. It's very prevalent right now. It is, there's a lot of Aquarius energy, so wow. As I look back in your history, Taurus had Sagittarius as the highlighted, Taurus was the featured, and then before that, it was Libra. Sagittarius had Libra as a highlighted, and then before that was Aquarius. So yeah, we're back on Aquarius again, and it's a beautiful relationship. My sister and her husband of 26 years now, plus they knew each other since 15, going strong. Of course they have their ins and outs, but it's a wonderful combination. So Sagittarius, I'm going to shorten the definitions a little bit, but I always like to talk about each personality, and this is the sun sign readings that represents our personality. That's kind of like the traditional, what do they call that? Tropical astrology, where you read a horoscope. It's usually based on the sun sign. And remember, you have 12 planets in your natal chart. So the sun sign is only one aspect of you. You may have many different elements, many different signs, but it's important. The sun is the day we're born, the season we're born in, and the personality traits that come because of that for many reasons. Certainly your personality as far as your ego, your drive, your desires, and with Sagittarius, it is a sign of complete, fiery, passionate, spirited, optimistic kind of energy. Very, very adventurous, ruled by Jupiter, the most benevolent planet, which, by the way, we have a chance to have Jupiter enter our sign every 12 years. And right now it's in Aquarius, so it's interesting, like I said. Of course, you've got this combination with Aquarius. That's a very, very positive, kind of magnetizing energy, because you have that Jupiter working together. Jupiter is about expansion and opportunity and luck and being at the right place at the right time. It just, it expands things, If you have your mind set on one particular goal and you're really determined, as you can be, Sagittarius, you have an arrow, you represent the half man, half horse. You're active, you're totally motivated, you need to literally have energy and to expend a lot of the energy that gets inside of you. As I know for my son, who's a Sagittarius, he was starting in sports from the age of 4 and onward and still very active. It's important for you. It helps the mind. It clears the channels, right, for things to come in. And you're very interested in higher learning. You love truth. Very much so the same with this Aquarian energy. Aquarians are, the air, they're the thoughts, the mind, the growth, the information. This is an era coming up for many hundreds of years now, predominance in air, where we can change our thoughts, change our beliefs, change our ideals, not be stuck in a certain pattern that's maybe held us back or just wasn't working, but we just continue to go. Maybe, it has a lot to do with, thinking out of the box, Aquarius is ruled by Uranus, so there's that changeable, unexpected surprises and revelations that come in the world for all of us. Aquarian is the humanitarian sign. You see it as a water barrier in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, a person holding this beautiful jug, and it appears to be water. come to find out, it's just a wealth of knowledge that needs to be poured for all to know and all to experience, you know. We all deserve to grow and expand and learn. And this is a beautiful year for that. So set your sights on what you want to do that's different and new and exciting and changing your life, you know, because that's the energy coming in. And of course we have the fact that you're a mutable sign, Sagittarius, so you are very adaptable. You do like change, you know. I mean, you're not as changeable as I would say your polar opposite of Gemini, which, you know, is fine. It's just they're a little bit more scattered about it, to be honest. And you're just more, I like adventure, I like variety, I like independence, I like to have my time to do what I want to do. But when you put your mind to something, you generally stick in there for long lengths of time, okay? And you perfect whatever it is that you're doing. Excuse me. The sign of Aquarius, you're highlighted, is a fixed sign. They're very determined and very set in their ideals and ways, different than you, but you can appreciate that. You know, you can recognize what their drive is and their interest, and you can work around that and with that. And yeah, I don't know how else to explain it. You both have this real deep desire for fairness and justice in the world, and you're going to fight for that. You're activist type of personalities. You both love adventure, and you love love. You absolutely love love, Sagittarius. You are not necessarily one to commit immediately. I know there's always seems to be this foundation of friendship that's imperative for you because you believe, and I think you're right, friendships last, you know, whereas other things may fade, and those, you know, initial hormonal attractions aren't necessarily for the long haul, but they're fun, and they're certainly a part of what we all need in our lives. No shame, no shade here whatsoever, no judgment. Just making it clear what predominance in personalities are between these two. And I will say it again, it is a beautiful combination. You both really inspire each other. You both definitely learn and grow. And it's just notoriously known that the air element and the fire element that you are very, very suited for each other. You build each other up. So now I want to read to you what your three major categories are, because I'm going to be honest with you. Even the beautiful symbology and messages that come off as being a bit maybe challenging or conflicting in some ways are certainly there for our well-being. They're just there to guide us. It doesn't mean it's the absolute. I do want everybody to resonate with my readings, and a lot of people do, which is beautiful. And you may not resonate right away. And then I do always read the beginning of the month and the middle month for every single sign. You know, I just go around the zodiac for the featured, and then the impromptu spiritually guided message for like today's highlighted Aquarian is always kind of fascinating too. I don't know what that reason is for you, only you know. But if you have subscribed and you're coming back, thank you so much. I appreciate your support a great deal. And if you're new, you can subscribe very quickly. It doesn't cost anything. It's extremely supported in my channel. YouTube loves to see that. You know, the likes and so forth. Sharing. All the positive things, because then they'll continue to let me promote and evolve in this channel. My point is, though, when you subscribe, then you can comment. And I really like to know if these things are resonating. I mean, that makes me happy to hear that. So anyway, we're going to go on with the readings. And then for all the Sagittarians, if for some reason this Aquarius highlight is not your specific interest, stay tuned or fast forward, because the oracle messages I read right after, are for every single Sagittarius and every single combination of love that you may have, whatever that may be. Because there's many different forms of love, and love is the most powerful and most important emotion that we can have. It's not for the meek, I'll tell you. But it really is such a beautiful healing energy. Speaking of which, I'll shuffle just a little bit more. We are in Pisces season. Happy birthday, Pisces. I know a lot of combinations for some reason with Sagittarius and Pisces. It's a good one. And I also know that Pisces is the sign and the influence and energies that create that real heart-centered, emotional and nurturing, caring, you know, kind of, I always say selfless, because many Pisces will do anything they can for you and forget about themselves a lot of times. So that is a lesson for them. It's good to be like that, but you do need to fill yourself as well. So we have a lot of that wonderful energy. And in fact, later this evening, I believe, the moon goes from, what am I saying right now? Went into Capricorn, so gosh, I would think it's in Aquarius unless I'm missing a day. But I know for sure the new moon is going to be in Pisces on Saturday the 13th. So definitely starting to feel that energy of hope, of transition, of healing, of complete divine guidance. It's a truth time. This is a month where everything is forward. You know, the shadow period ends completely on the 13th. That's only 3 days from now. So 2 days, actually, if you don't count today. It's really about making things happen. And that's been so long awaited. And then we enter the Aries season, right? Where it's all about spring, the new beginning of the new year. And that's very complementary to you, Sagittarius, because you're a fire sign. That's your fellow fire sign. So the ambitions and the intentions you put for that new moon are just going to it may happen quicker than you can imagine. And I wouldn't be surprised if it's already shown its beautiful face in some regard. Whether it's about the relationship or a really cool new project or job or interest, something creative you're doing. It's the time, boy. And wonderful readings have been showing that. So your first category is the overall energy for this beautiful connection. I love it. Absolutely love it. Of Sagittarians and your highlighted connection of Aquarius. And you got Bruce Lee, Ace of Wands. Whew! Remember good old Bruce Lee movies? This is a wonderful deck. It's the movie tarot, and it has all the different actors and their specific roles they played from years, gone by, and it's so much fun, and it's really beautifully illustrated. And I don't know, I guess they're drawings, but they look very, very much like the person themselves. So, Ace of Wands is you, Sagittarius. Ace of Wands is the fire. Ace of Wands is the beginning. Everything I just said, the new, the transformation, the need to expand and open your heart, your mind, and your soul, and particularly your mind when you're in the predominance of Aquarius. But the Pisces new moon is about the heart. Follow your heart and let that fire take you where you want it to go, because you know how that works for you. You know how well you've been able to make that happen. And it's on your side, it's in your favor. We're talking about a very strong, motivated, spirited actor right here, Bruce Lee. He worked tirelessly and hard, and he achieved everything he needed to. And he was a slight man. He wasn't exactly, well built. He just was amazing. So there you go. That's the overall energy that's happening with this particular connection. Could be something else, but it's new and it's really exciting, and it feels like it's very, very, very strongly going to create something extremely important in your life. And it could be a new level of the relationship, okay? It's starting new in another way, a new family member, a new animal in your house, just something that's incredibly powerfully beautiful. It feels really, really good. That orange, that vibrance in the background is that passion with your second and even your root chakra. So you're all in this. You are all in this. And the energy is working with you. The second category is the overall blessings or obstacles. So, a lot of times our obstacles become our blessings. There have been a lot of obstacles for a lot of us, and that was a whole part of the lesson, was how do we work through that? How do we maintain a sense of, being and wellness amongst the chaos? And we've managed to do it, a lot of us. It's so incredible, right? You think back and think, wow. The courage, the fire, the ambition, the strength, the confidence, The not wanting to give up, the not wanting to stop is really been pretty overwhelmingly admirable to me and what I've seen and what people have gone through and accomplished. And so you have the beautiful Judgment. Major Arcana, Judgment. So this has happened. This is something that you have really, within the deepest part of you, because Judgment is already, it's different than Justice. Justice is, of course, the wheels are, fair, and that's the air energy of Libra. And it's something that you deserve. It's something you've worked for and you're seeing the benefits of. Judgment is something that it's almost fated, is how I want to say it. It's not almost fated, it is fated. It is what is above, so below. Something you've done karmically has led you to this point. It is deserved. It is something that you cannot change. It's happened. The judgment has been made, you know. Maybe you're making a judgment yourself. Maybe you're deciding this is what I absolutely want and I will achieve this, and I've got all the fire and passion behind me to make it happen. I have the element of love in my heart to fulfill my wildest dreams. And it's really pretty wonderful, you know. It could be, you know, you're with this right person. This is exactly who I need to be with. This was absolutely sent to me in a serendipitous kind of incredible way, right? And I like that a lot. That is beautiful. And you can see there's these rays coming from the sky. There's the glow. There's the angel. It's angelically and definitely divinely guided. So that's beautiful. Now, I don't know what that is, and I know you're going to find out if you don't know yet, because this new idea, this new inspiration, this new change was meant to be, okay? And it may have taken a long time to get here, but it is here now. So there you go. What would the obstacle be? I don't know. That's definitely something I'd like to know, though, if you want to share it with me. So, the final category is always the finances, and that's definitely important, right? Finances are energy. And they are a necessary aspect of our life. They are the currency, the flow, right? The things you give, you receive. That got to keep that currency going. You don't want to hold on too tight. You don't want to give too much. Temperance happens to be the tarot card related to Sagittarius. So, you know, it's about knowing not only just on a physical, but within, in your heart, your soul, your body, you know, and being able to be an alchemist and change the things that need to happen from the inside out, and keep that balance, keep that momentum, keep the, keep things temperate, keep it moderate, you know, the best you can. That's going to help a lot with all circumstances, and particularly your well-being. That really starts from there. And so what beautiful, beautiful message, Spirit, can you show us for the Sagittarians and Aquarius combinations and connections for today? Knight of Wands. Wow. Well, first of all, let me just check really quick for you, because I don't know. I don't have my glasses on. I'm going to put them on right now. These are thick. It feels as though there's two. Let me read you really quick, because I didn't happen to know. Oh, Uma Thurman. Uma Thurman, you know her. She's been in so many things. Kill Bill was one of them that I could barely watch, to be honest. That's an intense movie, but it was incredibly popular, wasn't it? So we're talking judgment, and I'm going to go real quick and let you know. Okay, yeah, the bride in Kill Bill. Yeah, I have some memory. It's coming back. I was really gone for a while there. I'm not going to lie. It's still trickling in there, but the Knight of Wands, and I don't know this actress, and nor do I know, and I couldn't find it the other day, which made me kind of disappointed. So let me look for you. Does it say the Knights? Yeah. But it's not letting me know the name, and I apologize, but hopefully you know. It's explaining what the actual card means. But for the King, Queens, oh, no, I'm wrong. So, Carrie Elves and Princess Bride? Oh my gosh, is that Charlize Theron in Mad Max? What? I don't know. All I know is it's pretty intense. It's about your finances, and it's about absolutely, there's the fire again. You've got the fire at the beginning. You've got the Knight, which is about messages, about movement, about action. So whatever's coming in, the judgment's been made, you have been chosen, it has been chosen, and now very quickly something's going to change that's going to add to your finances, your security, a second income, something that you definitely are extremely excited about. There's the passion and the spirit behind it, which is what you are, Sagittarius. And if you're working with this Aquarian, I just feel like this is a wonderful, wonderful arrangement, a partnership of sorts. It doesn't have any indication of partnership, but it just because of the combination and the highlighted, there's some relevance there, other than the fact that you're working with the energy of Aquarius all year, with Jupiter in Aquarius and Saturn. And at one point, all of the planets were at the beginning and the end of January, I should say February, when it was Aquarius season. We will have a lot of that, once again, future thought, growing, expansion, education, communication. You're going to have a lot more communication in your life. I don't know it to what degree or what that means, but we're all going to be experiencing that. So that's something that was kind of latent from the past year, certainly, and it's going to just evolve and evolve as time goes on. So I feel excited. I feel a natural excitement with this reading, and that's what happens anyway, because that's what you bring to me, Sagittarius. I love you so much. Fire is important, right? And I'm an air sign, so yes, I gravitate, I love and magnetize with you. And you got some really beautiful energies coming through. And this is very quick, though. It's fast, but make sure, like I said, you do take the time to put out your special wishes and intentions for this incredible new moon, because it's going to have Pisces in the new moon, and it's still their sun sign, and then they have Venus, which is love and compassion and money and magic kind of things happening, partnerships again. And then it has, I want to say Mercury. I think it's still in there. Don't quote me on that, but that's communication in a way that really reaches people, and it's soft, and it's really caring, and it's a maturity of emotion, being in charge and in control of your emotions. Absolutely beautiful reading. But it's not over. I'm going to read to you your oracle messages, and this is going to be for every single Sagittarius and every one of your connections, because you have so many connections. My goodness, I have not met a Sagittarian that is not a social person in one way or another, has been across the world and back a few times, traveled. I mean, one of my best friends I had since I was very young, and we had lost track of each other, which happens, right? And then you get back together. I mean, she would have stories like you wouldn't believe, and they were real. They weren't lies, they were real. And the way she would talk about them, very entertaining and beautiful. This is the wisdom of the oracle. It's a simple word that designates what the meaning is. I have the booklet I'm going to read from, and then a number, because I'm very interested in numerology too. To be fair. There's that Aquarius, though. Not just for the highlight. That's the whole thing. And you. Oh my gosh, you love truth. You love fairness. You want justice. I've known a lot of Sagittarians that tend to go into the field of law, judges, higher learning, higher truth, and making it happen. You will fight for that cause. And so, what is the number? I haven't actually pulled this one. 38. It's an 11. Isn't that interesting? We're on the 11th, and it becomes an 11, and that's, once again, that's that master number. That has a lot of power to it. Well, this is a beautiful, beautiful illustration, and oh my gosh, I don't remember seeing this card. I'm still kind of new with this deck. It is called Up Baron Reed's beautiful deck, but there's an owl at the top of this, what appears to be royal, beautiful goddess with four, almost like Ganesh, 4 arms, just wow. But the owl, known as the spirit animal of wisdom and, I don't know, just the knowing, the third eye kind of coming through very strongly. All right, 38. Let's see what it says for you. It's gorgeous. I love how many times the readings are so incredibly congruent and tend to be very synchronistic, and I love reading for that reason alone, but because it really inspires me, and it's my purpose, and I always hope that you feel a definite resonance with the readings. To be fair, balance, justice, a need to consider options, mutual benefit, the law of cause and effect. I was mentioning, the currency, right? The give and take, the genuine, because the universe is perfection in that way. And even sometimes when you feel like, that's not fair, it's not right. And believe me, I understand that, and I've said that many times. Next thing I know, months later, weeks, what doesn't matter. It's all kind of like, oh. And it comes back to that even, fair, kind of beautiful, necessary reality for us. The Oracle message: life offers experiences that are challenging and experiences that are nourishing. Yet over time they strike a balance. Oh my gosh. Thought I just said that. You move from being, from status to doing, from discovering to to loving, to letting go, to being again. Life is a pendulum swinging between all of these states. You will always oscillate back and forth, being, doing, and being. If you are not content with where you are at this moment, remember all experiences have their place. Remember that all experiences have their place. Accept them without judgment, and you will see the universe adjust in perfect balance. You reap what you sow. For every cause there is an effect. Wondrous things will be revealed now. I can fully feel that, and it just excites me for you, because the aces are exactly that. They're new, and they're elevated, and they're anything you want them to be, literally, you know. So it can be the smallest of things and the most life-altering experiences. And like I said, the judgment's there. It's been made. The decision's been made. And now it's about just getting it on, right? Fantastic reading. I love that for you. I'm going to go on to the beautiful animal medicine cards, because I know animals have great intuition and great spiritual guidance that they can give us, you know. And I just pull one randomly. This is for all, once again, all the beautiful Sagittarians and their wonderful connections of love, any kind, every kind, self-love, love of your projects. The pelican. Interesting. It makes me think of a child. Remember, that's how babies come, from a pelican. And water, which is emotion, which is Pisces, which is what we're in the season of. And allowing that vulnerability, you know. Sometimes I would say fire signs are very passionate, extremely passionate, but they do tend to not necessarily get too bogged down by emotion, and they're back on top of it again, and it's over and squashed, which is kind of a wonderful gift. But it's very important to be in touch with that, nonetheless. So I'm going to read to you what it says about pelican, because I honestly don't know. It's been way too long, and I'm just not remembering. But, well, pig and pelican. Where'd you go? Should be the very next one. Wait a minute. Forgive me. What is happening here? Here we go. Nourishment, inspiration, manifestation. Pelican has many friends, you most certainly do, squawking and talking when on the land. In flight, the majesty of pelican is seen gliding up in the sky in seemingly effortless synchronicity, then plunging into the water to catch prey using teamwork. For you who have drawn this card, this may be the time to bring a vision from the dream realm or subconscious into waking reality. And I have to say this because I've got goosebumps all over right now. The other wonderful thing about the Piscean is that they are more presently, modernly ruled by Neptune, the sea of the undergod, the god of underworld. You know, the nebulous kind of fantasy, just so creative and so just kind of not even 100% sure all the time. There's just this kind of ability to kind of imagine, you know, that a strong creative imagination can come from that. And then also the fact that, you know, originally Piscean was ruled by Jupiter as well. So there's this incredible feeling of luck. And, you know, to me, luck is your preparation, your energy, your spirit with it, and then the perfect timing that comes involved, right? So that's what's happening. That's exactly what we're talking about. So anyway, pelican sees right through the dazzling surface of the sparkling water, venturing from the sky world to the underworld. With the blessings of pelican, your waking self can see past the veil to plunge deep and get the nourishment and inspiration you need for your manifestation, whatever that may be. We all have that gift. And it's really a time to really nurture that and to really fully believe in it and just embrace it with everything you are. That's what this beautiful aspect of the universe and the planets and energy is all about. There are times that there's these wonderful opportunities and they come and go, right? That was very well said in that To Be Fair card. But the reality is that you want to grab them when you can, right? And why wait? Let this be the one. Let this be the absolute time for you. So the final card is the Super Attractor Manifestation Message, which I love. It's my OG deck. And it really is just, once again, just, variation on a theme explaining that you can create and bring into your life whatever you choose. You have to truly, truly feel it and embrace and emotionally allow it to happen. And it has to be in line with your feelings, your thoughts, and your actions. That is the absolute law of attraction. So I pick a card and a special meaning, which I always call also a mantra or affirmation for the day. Taking a deep breath for you Sagittarians and sending you in great love and empowerment and just absolute success in everything you do. And your message for today is pretty beautiful. I have not pulled this card for a long time, but I love it. Look at this beautiful, that's a third eye again. It's that wonderful cobalt blue, almost lavender with the stars and your imagination. The star being the Aquarian symbol, in Tarot, and also just believing and absolutely manifesting. Believing in spiritual guidance gives me certainty and the freedom to keep dreaming, even when I can't yet see the result. You have to believe in that which you can't see. It's around us at all times, right? It's always there. It's just a matter of connecting and really bringing it in, boy. So yeah, that's for you. That's for all of you. And I appreciate you being here. I really do. Do me a favor and come on back for the mid-month reading, because it definitely kind of like continues the theme, because we know something exciting is happening. And by that mid-month reading, I can almost promise you, you're going to have answers, or you will already be in process with what it is. And it's magical and beautiful. And so are you. So I'll leave it with that. And until next time, thank you very much. And bye for now.